We're going to talk about topography in this tutorial. So to do topography, you cannot be in first floor. You either have to be in site plan or 3D view plan. So we're going to go into the 3D view plan, and I'm going to choose the top box up here. Let's see, top. And let me rotate it. There we go. So this is sort of our typical orientation that we're used to. Let's go to massing and site, and then click on Topo Surface. Now, if you look at this, this is currently default set to an elevation of 0 feet. So 0 feet is also the elevation of the first floor. So in order to avoid having any issues with this first floor level and grass and things showing up on there, I'm going to set this at a minus 0.5 feet. So minus 0.5 feet. So let's click a point right here, here, and here. So that should be somewhat familiar to you. You've done things like this before. Now, the next thing I want to do, though, is I want to add a little bit of topography. So we're going to add a small hill, and we're going to change this now to 1 foot. So I can just hit 1. It knows it's in feet, and we're going to place a point right here and here. You can see we have a contour line. Now I'm going to set it to 3 feet, and I'm going to place another point. And now I'm going to set it to 8 feet and place another point. And you can see what happens as we increase by more and more, our contour lines get larger and larger. Well, let's say we have a little plateau up here. We leave this at 8, and we leave this at 8. And you can see that we slope up. We have all these lines close together. Close lines in topography means a steep slope. So we're going to hit the check mark here. And I'm going to click on my surface and then change this category to grass so that I can get kind of a more realistic view, and hit OK. And now I want to view this thing in 3D. We're already in 3D, so I'm going to click the ISO box here. And if I zoom in, you can see that there is a gentle slope, and then it gets a little bit steeper right in here. And I can change my detail view to realistic if I want to actually see this looking like grass. But the topography lines are the things that I really want you to pay attention to. These lines, if they're close together, that means they're steep. If they're far apart, that means they're somewhat shallow. So that's how you can create topography. By just adding lines at different elevations, you can create hills, little mounds. You can create all sorts of different things that show realistic points in topography. You can also load in topographical points from a surveyor into your project, which we're not going to get into right now, but that's really probably the most common way to do it. You load in those topographical points, and then you can start designing on a preset topography. So that is how you edit and adjust those topographical points.